This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
It's because everyone's talking about this.
Always live, always real, always unpredictable.
I think that's taking it to another level.
Yeah. Log on and join our live conversation.
Know that you can't control yourself? That is embarrassing. Okay.
DBL starts right now.
3, 2. Welcome to Daily Blast Live. It's Tuesday, February 26th. We are live, and we're talking about what you're talking about. Right now, I'm here with Stephanie and Brandon. Erica has the night off. Enjoy that, Erica. But let's get to it, guys. Actress Emma Thompson is taking a stand for herself and future generations of women. She turned down a job on Skydance's new animated film, Lucky, because John Lasseter was hired as head of animation, and that didn't sit well with her, obviously. John is the man behind blockbuster movies like Toy Story, Cars, and A Bug's Life, but he left Pixar last year amid multiple allegations of inappropriate behavior. He was also accused of creating a, quote, frat house-like work environment. Emma wrote a letter explaining why she turned down the job, saying, quote, if a man has been touching women inappropriately for decades, why would a woman want to work for him? And now the Time's Up movement has responded on Twitter saying, this is what it looks like to walk the walk. Thank you, Emma. So what do you think about this, Steph, being the only woman on the panel? How does Emma sit with you?
I think it's amazing that she's stood up and said something and brought attention and light to a matter that's obviously something that needs to be addressed. But also, she's Emma Thompson. She's a multi-millionaire. She's already earned her stripes and credentials. If it was someone a lot younger, if it was someone who's just starting out in the acting industry, would they have the privilege of saying no to a man like that? Probably not. But it's amazing that she's doing something about it and raising awareness. You know?
And that's honest. I applaud that. Because I applaud Emma for doing what she did, for making a stand. Yeah. But that doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to move on or that he's going to get out of his job.
Have a job. He's not going to lose any of his, like, we'll use the word credentials, but, you know, this isn't going to affect him at all. They'll just get another main character that will play that character, whether or not it be someone who's...
Well, Lasseter's a huge name in that industry. Yeah. So to remove him from that film, which I'm sure they paid a lot for, is going to be a big task.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere, and there's ways you can take stands. There's different ways you can take a stand on things. So she's obviously saying, I'm walking. She said her statement, that's great. But there's also the way where you can work with this guy, you can make him donate money to your charity. You can make him donate money to the Time's Up movement. There's other ways to do it, but like you said, since she's already established, it's easier for her to walk away than someone else who's getting their break and has to send the elevator up to help others.
Right. I see what she's doing, though.
Yeah. I totally see what she's doing. I applaud it.
Absolutely, but good conversation. In a new interview, actress Selma Blair is opening up about her multiple sclerosis diagnosis. She's best known for her roles in Legally Blonde and Cruel Intentions, but now she wants to bring more awareness to MS. She tells Vanity Fair the moment she was diagnosed, she was relieved to finally know what was going on with her body. She also says, quote, I don't know if I believe in myself or had the ambition before my diagnosis, and oddly, now I do, and I don't know if it's too late. Selma walked the red carpet for the first time since her diagnosis at the Vanity Fair Oscar after party with the help of this custom cane. There it is. And she also opened up to Robin Roberts. Let's take a listen.
I was a little scared of talking. And even my neurologist said, no, this will bring a lot of awareness because no one has the energy to talk when they're in a flare-up. But I do, because I love a camera.
And, you know, that's courageous. Yeah. For me, that's courageous. And I don't know if that's the right word that I'm looking for. Maybe bringing some dignity to that particular disease.
Yeah, because we don't know much about it. Mostly everyone doesn't know much about it until there's some sort of social media campaign or you or your family is affected by it. So the fact that she's being her normal self, her having her personality, being jovial in that way, it puts a smile on your face because that's her at her lowest. When you're having a flare-up, that's you at your lowest. And you can compare what she looks like now to what she looked like when she first talked about her diagnosis when she was on her Instagram video. She looked broken at that point. So fast forward to today, it's great. She's got the Netflix, Another Life that'll be coming out that she'll be having a reoccurring, and all I can see is great things for her moving forward. And God bless her for even coming out from the beginning and talking about it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Good for her for being a voice for so many people that don't have a voice and showing that you can overcome it. She is in the spotlight, and look how amazing she looks on the red carpet.
She looks great.
I mean, whoa, what a babe.
And a friend of mine was diagnosed a couple of years back, Jamie Lynn Sigler. Ziegler, if you guys don't know. She was diagnosed a couple years back. She has a beautiful family, 2 beautiful kids, a beautiful husband, and still going strong, and a great advocate for MS there too. So wish them all the best.
Great.
Let's get this last story in, guys. Singer R. Kelly is out on bond after spending 3 days in jail. A woman who says she's a friend reportedly posted his $100,000 bond last night. This is video of him leaving the facility, but TMZ reports he still needs to pay $160,000 in overdue child support to avoid going back to jail. His first stop after release was reportedly McDonald's and then a cigar bar. WGN reports R. Kelly was greeted by fans at the McDonald's asking for handshakes and photos, and attorney Michael Avenatti tweeted R. Kelly promptly went to the same McDonald's that he preyed on underage girls at for years. Avenatti is the one who gave prosecutors a second tape which allegedly shows R. Kelly with another underage girl. Kelly is being charged with sexually abusing 4 different people that allegedly includes 3 underage girls over the course of 12 years. He has pled not guilty to all 10 counts of sexual abuse. If he's convicted on all the charges, he could face up to 70 years in prison, and R. Kelly's next court date is March 22nd.
Yeah, we're waiting to find out more about this woman and why she would do that. My only thing is, maybe you do it because in a couple months you sell your story to TMZ and they want to get like $200K from that. So maybe you make $100K out of it. I don't know what her motivation was out of this, but at the same time, I couldn't see myself doing that for one of my friends if they're being blamed or being arrested for something as atrocious as this.
It's kind of like when we see this culture as well in prisons where people start writing in and doing anything for that person in America. So like fanatics.
They don't do that in Europe?
Maybe they do, but I feel like it's more common here.
It's crazy.
Like
Let's talk about that at the break.
thing.
Yeah, I have no idea why people do that. All right, now to some lighter news. Let's get over to Raquel Villanueva. She has some Janet Jackson. She's taking over Sin City. Raquel, what's going on?
That's right, Jeff. Janet Jackson is heading to the Vegas Strip. She just announced her first ever residency in Las Vegas. Starting in May, her show Metamorphosis will take over MGM Resorts Park Theater. The 52-year-old pop icon says it's all to celebrate the 30th anniversary of her album Rhythm Nation. The show is going to follow her rise to fame, and we hope these songs make the cut. Resale tickets are up for grabs tomorrow.
Control.
DVL's Live will bring you breaking news as soon as it happens. Coming up, a friend of the show, Dr. Drew Pinsky, helps one woman find love again after a tragedy. Don't miss her emotional story. That's coming up next.
DBL Nation, control. So I'm kind of excited about. We were kind of talking about Vegas residencies. I know Drake had one. Backstreet Boys has one.
Drake had one?
Drake has one. They paid Drake a lot of money.
I didn't know Drake had one.
Drake has one. Well, I don't know if it's now when it starts, but Drake has a Vegas residency that's either now or it's coming up pretty soon.
It might be coming up because I don't even
paid him
having
a lot of money. We talked about it on the show one time.
I must have been sick.
It could have been.
It's weird when you miss a day because you're like, wait a second, how come I don't know about that? Because you know about every other detail that's going on in the news. When I was sick for those 3 days, I'm like, I feel like I know nothing.
I would like to see the Fresh Prince have a Vegas residency.
How are you going to do that?
He and Jazzy J have a nice little
he always stays there.
Will Smith.
I know.
DJ
I know
Jazzy
who
J.
he is. But how many songs do they have?
They got a lot. Parents just don't understand.
They got like 5.
All you have to do is the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air theme song. Bam.
Yeah, I know. Well, people just come for that.
Walk off. And then he still got, well, you can make it into a Will Smith.
You got to put at least 2 hours
Welcome to
show
Miami. Oh, it's got to be 2 hours?
Yeah.
He's got
Dude,
2 hours.
those tickets are Super expensive, very expensive. I remember like Brittany, my wife wanted to go. Very expensive, those tickets. Yeah. And then she found a friend who had an in and she went for free. It's my wife.
This February, Daily Blast Live and Sandals Resorts want you to fall in love all over again. We're giving away a trip for you and your special someone to one of Sandals' luxury included vacation hotspots. All you need to do is watch DBL for the word of the day and go to dailyblastlive.com/sandals to enter. The more words, the more chances to win. The winner will be announced live on DBL February 27. How could you not love that?
Welcome back to DBL. This month we did a Finding Love in February search and we found one very special woman from our DBL nation. She got to sit down for a one-on-one session with Dr. Drew Pinsky to discover how she can find love after tragedy.
So how long have you been single now?
Well, I've been divorced for about 4 years and single, like really single, for probably a couple of years.
You recently went on a trip with someone. How did that work out?
You know, it was okay, but I think I never fully let my guard down. And he called me out on it. And I mean, good for him for doing that, but he let me know that if I wasn't going to make myself vulnerable for him, then it wasn't going anywhere.
So real intimacy, real vulnerability is a scary place.
It is, yeah.
Your husband, did he use drugs or alcohol?
Yes, yes, excessively.
When did you become aware that he had a problem?
It was about probably 3 years or so into the marriage.
Did he ever get treatment?
He did not.
What was the final straw?
Honestly, the final straw was when I left for a night out of town, and he was at home with my twin boys, and they were little toddlers at the time. And I have cameras in my house, and I saw that he had been drinking excessively vodka all night.
So he endangered your sons?
Yes, and that scared me.
And did you ask for the divorce?
I did.
Was that hard?
Yeah, it was. It felt, I guess I always kind of felt like I needed a reason.
You don't have to smile.
Yeah.
Because it's not happy stuff, right?
Yeah,
It's sad stuff.
But I knew that I was doing the right thing for my children ultimately. So.
And did something happen to him?
Yeah, almost a year ago in March, he passed away from drinking. I think he got to the point where he didn't want to live anymore, and so he wanted it. He kept drinking more and more and more.
I'm betting that you felt some responsibility on behalf of your kids.
Yeah.
Because their father's not there anymore.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah.
You gloss over everything with that smile, right? I'm guessing that all these heavy feelings affect your ability to date now.
Oh, most definitely. I want to make sure that whoever's around my children and me is healthy. I mean,
of course.
Yeah.
You don't trust yourself.
Right.
Yeah. Don't you feel like you deserve more than this?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, you do, don't you?
Yeah. I just want, someone to be my partner, to be my equal, and
you deserve that.
And yeah.
What would you like from me? What can I do to help?
I found myself with normal men almost getting bored.
Right. Don't confuse intensity for love and attraction. You have to start spending time, this is going to sound awful, and I don't really literally mean this, with boring men. And I don't mean that you need to be bored. I'm saying you need to stick it out a little bit and see if there's something on the other side of that. One of the things I tell people is if you have bad picker, be careful of lightning bolts. Like when you find a guy super attractive, like lightning bolts.
Ah, yes.
No, sorry. So you have to go for butterflies, not lightning bolts. And you're gonna have to kiss a few frogs. Which is the other thing. Can you enjoy going out and just being with people? I know it's hard when you have kids and work and blah,
Yeah,
blah, blah, blah.
no, I mean, the time is always a
But you almost have to, if you're really serious about this, you almost have to make it part of your career. Are you ready to date?
I am ready. I know that I'm ready. Yes, I want to.
You want to. You'd like to have somebody in your life. You're just concerned about who you bring in.
I'm just very protective about it.
All right, Kim. So to summarize, here's what I want you to do.
Okay.
Be aware of the lightning bolts and go for the butterflies, and realize you're worth this. I know you know that, but give yourself the time and the space to really grow into this. Yeah. And DBL is going to help you get some of these boring guys together. Okay?
Oh, great.
Really a privilege to meet you, Kim.
Thank you so much. Okay. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Coming up, we actually set Kim up on a date, so wait and see if there are any sparks right after the break.
February is Black History Month, and DBL is honoring the icons who have made an everlasting impact on America. Today, we honor NASA pioneer Mary Jackson. In 1958, Mary became the first African-American female engineer at the space program. You might remember her from the hit movie Hidden Figures, which tells the story of a group of Black women who broke barriers in the space race.
Bowser is taking over Nintendo, How to Train Your Dragon and Anthem reviews are in, and Gwyneth Paltrow bids farewell to the MCU. That's all next in The Jump Off. I'm Abby, and welcome to The Jump Off. I'm here to bring you all the latest in gaming, tech, and nerd culture, so let's get started right now. The head of Nintendo is retiring. Reggie Fils-Aimé announced his exit after working at the company for 15 years. And get this, Doug Bowser will take his place as president. Bowser? That's like way too perfect. I thought the character Bowser was named after him, but nope. How to Train Your Dragon 3 is getting good reviews already. At last check, it has a 93% on Rotten Tomatoes, with the critic consensus being that the trilogy works. And make sure to check out our review on YouTube. It's a great movie to see with your kids or grandkids. Let us know what you think. The verdict is in on BioWare's new shooter, Anthem. The highly anticipated shooter fails to deliver on its promise of a great single-player campaign, but it does deliver on post-game content. GameSpot says the best thing about the game is the flight, but boss fights are underwhelming and tedious, while IGN calls the game experience bare bones. Hopefully Anthem will get it together with future content updates for this game, but since the scores are low, I'm gonna say pass. And meantime, say goodbye to Gwyneth Paltrow. She's leaving the MCU. Pepper Potts is no more. If you don't know, Pepper is Iron Man's secretary and girlfriend. She tells Variety that after Avengers Endgame, she's retiring her character. Gwyneth says it's because of the suit and she's too old to be wearing it, but honestly, if I looked like her, I'd be wearing that all the time. That's it for The Jump Off. I'm Abby, and as always, I'll be here every week with the latest in gaming, tech, and nerd culture news. We'll see you next time. Get it? Okay.
Today's watch and win word is spa.
Welcome back to DBL. You just saw Dr. Drew sit down with DBL viewer Kim to help her figure out how to open up and find love. Well, we followed Dr. Drew's advice and we found Kim a man. We set them up on a blind date at Tamio here in Denver. Take a look.
I'm excited. I'm nervous. I'm really nervous to meet this guy. I've never been on a blind date before. Hi.
How's it going, Kim?
Terrence?
Yeah, it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Have a seat.
Thank you.
How's your day going?
It's good. It's good. It's cold out there.
It is. It is. Beautiful Colorado weather. I'm nervous as I can be. This is my first blind date ever, on camera, in front of people that I've never seen. I have no idea what I'm getting myself into. So I was always told if you go on the first date, you're supposed to bring something. So,
oh man,
most people do flowers. I asked my daughter, I said, if you were going on a date, what would you like? Flowers or cookies? And that's what she chose.
And my favorite.
See? So those are for you. So hopefully that works out. Hopefully it goes over.
He's not typically my type, but Dr. Drew told me to let myself just enjoy the boring, but I have to make sure that you understand he's not boring at all. He's just a really nice guy. After meeting with Dr. Drew, I'm trying to remember the things that he's told me and to try to apply those. So you have a 9 and a 7-year-old, huh?
9 and 7.
Yeah.
You said you have how many?
I have 3 children. They are a handful. So as you can probably imagine with boys.
Yeah. So how do your kids feel about you dating?
Honestly, they are ecstatic about it. They want me to. I need to keep myself open to all possibilities. So that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to open myself up, attempt to be vulnerable. I know this is probably not the right thing to say on a first date. However, their father passed away about a year ago.
Okay.
I was divorced from him for years before that, but obviously we're doing great. But I think that they just want that kind of energy around.
She's real personable. She's open. She says what she thinks, which I think is really important. Kids are very, very resilient.
They are.
Very resilient.
They're smarter than you think they are, too. He's really warm. He is, you can tell he loves his kids, and that's important to me. Have you dated much since divorcing?
No. I kind of said, okay, my focus is my kids and my business. But I've gone like to dinner and like conversation and kind of things.
You weren't on camera?
I wasn't, not that I know of.
I mean, if a blind date's gonna be awkward anyways.
True.
Why not throw in some cameras?
Why not put it on TV?
And
Why not? Why not? It's 2019. Why not do it?
I'm keeping in mind what Dr. Drew said about experiencing those butterflies, not the lightning bolts, not the craziness. And, you know, I think it's a possibility I could get there with Terrence. Well, I was so nervous about this, but I can't tell you, I have had such a blast tonight, and I can't thank you enough for going on this crazy little journey here tonight.
As well, I'm really glad I showed up. It's been really good. I would love to see you again.
I'd love that as well. Do I think I'll see Terrence again? Well, I think that's a mutual thing, so I'd love to know how Terrence felt, but I would be more than happy to go out on another date with him. He's just a really, really nice, genuine guy.
So, you hungry?
Yeah,
Let's eat.
what the heck?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Be my guest.
Nope, I will let you have the first.
Cheers.
So we have another update. Kim told our producer that she's going on another date with Terrence this week. We are so happy for you. This is amazing. How awesome.
Hey, lady, once you go to Mayo, you never go back. Once you go to Mayo, you never go back. Great job, producers. Great. That was a great segment. Absolute great segment.
We'll be right back.
They're so cute.
Welcome back to another amazing episode of Beauty Blast. I'm your guy, Jeray Banks, and today we're talking about some of the amazing beauty looks we saw at the Oscars this weekend. Now, starting off at number 1, let's talk about Jennifer Lopez, guys. This woman looked amazing at the red carpet. She came through with a beautiful blowout created by her hairstylist, Chris Appleton, hairstylist of all the celebrities, and she also used her personal makeup artist, Scott Barnes. Amazing makeup artist, and we were thinking that Scott used some of his own products from his own Scott Barnes line, as well as the Inglot JLo collection to create this beautiful bronze smoldering look. Now, who we also have on our top 3 list today is the one and only Danai Gurira. Now, this beautiful woman was really seen last year in Black Panther and showed out on the red carpet. She came through with amazing Nefertiti braids, and she also had this beautiful, elegant look that was hitting all of our lists from our previous video that we talked about last week with our premonitions for the Oscars this week. Now, with this look, she used all Black Opal products. So this was Black Opal foundation, Black Opal blush, contour. She even used Black Opal eyeshadow and lip color in this. So this is actually a very affordable look. Any of you guys who are looking at home to create a similar look to Danai's, check out your local Walmart or even go into blackopal.com to see some of those amazing drugstore products. Our next celebrity is the one and only Constance Wu. Constance was seen last year in Crazy Rich Asians and truly made a show-stopping appearance on the red carpet. She showed out in this beautiful marigold gown that really kind of reminded me of Bella from Beauty and the Beast, but in the most elegant way. Now what she also did is went with the one and only queen mother of makeup, Miss Pat McGrath, for this beautiful captured look. She had a gorgeous berry lip on, beautiful clean glass skin, and a very soft yet dramatic eye. Just enough for you to see what's going on over there without being, ooh, that's too much. It was absolutely beautiful. Now, some of the more trends that we're gonna be seeing going on through 2019, once again, are gonna be those metallic eyes, that glass skin, and that bold lip. So make sure that you're also putting those into your everyday routine, guys. Now, message me your questions. What do you wanna see on the next Beauty Blast? Message me right over at Jeray for the Slay on Instagram or Twitter. We'll see you guys next week for Beauty Blast, guys.
Welcome back to DBL. Before we go, we have to show you this video. A hockey coach wanted to know what his son was thinking about while on the ice, so he mic'd up his 4-year-old child, Mason. Check this out.
Should the nap in my pocket? Why? We're winning. I win. 15 more minutes, and we got it and get a baby Happy Meal.
As you can see, you can hear Mason chatting with friends, encouraging himself, and getting excited for McDonald's after practice. I feel like if you'd mic up my brain inside, it sounded a lot like Mason's inside.
I'll vouch for that. I sit next to him. I'll stop this table. I'm tie-tie.
Yeah, but sometimes I just talk like Mason.
You do.
Mason versus Lawson.
Oh. Lawson's 2, but Mason's a hockey player.
Okay, I'll take. I didn't know he was 2.
You already pinning him against other children?
Competition, man, competition.
Man.
We got to do that.
I'm going to take that one home with me. It doesn't just end here.
Mic him up.
I'm going to mic up Lawson.
You can take the athlete out of the game, but you can never take that kind of personality of constant competition.
Life is a competition. Hey, congratulations to Terrence and what was her name?
Kim. Happy to see them always.
Kim, congratulations. Very excited over there. Brandon loves Thin Mints. All right, we'll be back same time, same place tomorrow. See you guys.